Hey folks, welcome back to Cliffhangers. I took my drink in between videos because I'm clever. Slide the drawer open. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. What's inside? 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. Content warning for the next minute or 3. Fucking kill yourself, you asshole. The words just crossed your mind somehow. Who were they for? Who do you think? You. Pick up the ticket stubs. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to a zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. They let you go there too. You should go and kill yourself there. Oh boy, pick up the card. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patches, floral patterns, patches of glue. Smell it. It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says Tutti Frutti. Open it. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card, looped round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There's care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, I wanted to write you a letter so you could read it when you wake up. Maybe it'll make you happy. Throw it away. Please. But it'll make me happy. A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it. Let go. What was that? Frisson. Goosebumps cover your entire body. A feeling of cold. A persistent chill. Hold on to it. Read the card. Your hands shake holding on to it. Every morning, when I step out and you're asleep behind me, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it's filled me entirely. I step on the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it'll be like this until late afternoon when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No! No! Hold on! Hold on. To what? There's nothing. Detective, is everything all right? Fall sideways. All right, thank you for joining me to play Disco Elysium. Join me for some other series, which I don't really have a beat on at this point. Now, let's go ahead and start our next run.
There is nothing. again.
Nothing?
Nothing said, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there, passed out.
Almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who is that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it, still trying to hold on to the great sorrow slipping in the water. Slimy.
If you didn't know ahead of time that those are the same voice actor, would you believe me? No, I was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Oh.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Oh. Tell him! Tell him!
Ah, yes, and in the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so, but as they say, what do you do?
But it smelled so nice.
It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Oh. Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Was that the X something? The...
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
But it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Bloated corpse. Don't prod at it. It will start moving again. There is no Voyager Road.
Okay.
There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
I was just looking for another dialogue option that I remembered. So, my name appears to be Harry?
Your name is fuck all.
It certainly ain't Harry.
Then what is it?
Your name is passed out on the ground,
Yeah.
dragged around by one of the other evil apes. They're taking you somewhere.
Enough. Just lie there.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
I'm not coming back.
Oh, but you are. They're pouring something on you. In you.
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. Where am I? In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. Basket seat instead of bucket seat, I guess? The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin. Drink. It's water. Lieutenant is extending a small canister to your mouth. Just drink. The water is cold, silvery. The stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts. Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration. I really want to say the first line, but I can't right now. Kim is being incredibly gracious. Just drink. With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed. What happened? I should ask you the same. You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to the hospital. Then you came to. How long was I out? 10 minutes, maybe? Yeah, checks out. I came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant. That does sometimes happen. He hands you the remains of your ledger. Item acquired, ledger of failure and contempt. You drop this. Are you okay to proceed? Yeah. Let's solve this case. Good. The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used as both an interactable and a tool equipped in your hand for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools section in your inventory. Am I in the Tools section? I should be. In the morning light, the white-on-blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye. Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. Even at a standstill, the unibody Capri Kinema looks sleek and dynamic. Cabin is tilted forward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently. That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool. Lieutenant smiles ever so slightly. You want to take a closer look? What's it packing there? 130? Ooh, Mama's serving some serious macaroni. You lost me there. He is looking at you perplexed. 130 kilowatts is a lot of power, Kim. The Kinema is fast. Feels right at home on the raised motor tract. Hard to find something that could overtake it. A fine machine. Yes. An extraordinary machine. It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing in it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot. You ever thought about switching to helium headlights? Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first. Hey, will you ever get this case solved? You want to do that together? Maybe. He replies with an apologetic smile and nods. Yes. Yes, definitely, maybe. Alright, let's move. Was that the check that I was supposed to have more things than I did for? Crap. I wanted to get the thing. Actually, could I get the thing? I don't think I have enough points in general. Or... oh, I could have... you know what? We're gonna pause for a second, try to take the same path, and I'm gonna try to do that slightly differently. We'll be right back. Did you know, folks, that when that interim cutscene starts playing, that you can actually still trigger your thought bubbles around your head? I ended up in this thought bubble while the cutscene was going on at least once. Actually, I only did that twice, and it happened both. So twice. Alright, so, let's try this again. This is a Capri Kinema, the Capri Motor Corp follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Capri 40, and the answer to the LUM's racing-bred FAR series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression and ignition engine driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kinema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour. Won't it roll over in the first sharp corner? No. The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kinema effectively a mobile power plant. This tech talk is really rubbing me the right way here. Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery. Yeah, very cool. You want to take a closer look? Yeah, I would love to see this thing again. Again? For the first time. What's it packing? 130. I reckon that's a 7-liter V12. An advancement from the KR16GU engine of the Capri 40. It must be an advantage of the KR18GU engine on the older 40 models, right? Or sorry, we'll start with the, that's what, a 7-liter V12? 7.2. Supercharged. Yeah, you know it? Just the basics. Cast iron block, swirl chamber injection, dual chains, driving overhead camshafts, 2 valves per cylinder, hydraulic valve lash adjustments. This machine is automatic, systematic. It's like grease lightning, baby. Yes, that's right. I'm very impressed that you know these things. Well, it's a fine machine. Yes, an extraordinary machine. Ever thought about switching to helium headlights? I have a pair. Hey, how about we do that together? You want to help? That could be fun. Harmel Rouse Supersonic, a racing motorbike for the road. That could probably do it. What if we do make it more imposing? Sorry, I'm not following you. Drop the ride, 200 mil... Why would you say 200 millimeters? Come on. Get the camber to frosty minuses. No, that's porno tuning. Use bigger words. Wait. I'm sorry, it's what? Porno. That's short for pornography. Pornography is something completely different, Kim. That's a negative on the porno. Thank you, though. No, I want to see this out. We're playing this out. Wait, what about the spinners then? Huh? Those spinners were radiant, elegant, sleek. What you're suggesting is porno. Alright, it needs a massive aero kit and a gargantuan roof-mounted porno. So, what's wrong with pornography? No. I'm sincerely relieved I don't have to try to convince you of that, as I've done 3 times already in this conversation. Back to work. Why would I say the 4th one, but we're gonna. Believe me. Alright, well, we talked engine talk. And we still didn't get the thing. Okay, fine. I'm not going back again. That's just gonna have to do. Pick up the radio. As always, it's DJs Mesh and Flacio, and you are listening to Speed Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar. A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you, as he says, someone must have been messing with the radio. Or maybe it picked up a random frequency. You wanted the prime line, right? Speed Freaks FM. Huh? Oh, is that what it was called? He's trying hard to act surprised. Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM. I kinda want to. Kim, you'll forgive us, won't you? Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama's boy. Heavy of foot and freaky and... God damn it! The lieutenant moves quick as a viper as he switches off the radio and sets it on prime line. Then he turns to you. Look. It helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or... He shakes his head, furiously staring at his feet. What about heavy of foot? You would be too if you had this motor carriage. But seriously, let's quit joking around, alright? We have a case to investigate. I'm gonna do it again. Alright, you don't want to get into this, no problem. Nothing to get into, really, but sure, let's focus on the important things. Can you stop doing the same thing twice in a row? I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Of course. What is her number, officer? Kim? Yes, hold on. Her number is 555-5555-555. Received. Hold on, 5. Thank you, 5. Start slapping a marching rhythm on your 5. What would even that be? Drum cadences? Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone. Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Yes, hello?
Sylvie, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Oh, no. We're not doing it. She recognizes your voice almost immediately. Electrochemistry says there is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it. Oh, gosh. All right. Hey, was it you who called the police? No, not me. Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry, I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. And people don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They just use the union's phone or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. All right, we'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while. Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why are you? Did I do it?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from whom?
You know whom.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Do you mean me?
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay?
All right. Do you think you're ever coming back to work?
Maybe. I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
So, I guess retroactive spoiler. The reason she left is because that number on a slip of paper that Gart had, he asked her for that. That's why he had it written down so casually and so close at hand. And that's what made her uncomfortable. The game is written with that ambiguity here, so that we don't know what happened while we were, El Drunkero. Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the Whirling?
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I'm sorry about that.
She doesn't actually sound like she's sorry.
Anything else, Detective?
We are not asking her out because down that road, madness lies. I think I got everything I need. Thank you.
I hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Like, Gar. Yeah, sure. Let's blame it on him. You know, women and their constant Oh. Oh, no. Please don't talk. No, I could do without the internalized misogyny. What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? Yeah, that is... I should not have rolled that check. You have to act, Lieutenant God, no. What have I done? Think you can do that? Please, no. I don't want to say any of those things. No. Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer? No. Not right now. I actually never tried to roll that before, but I could see quickly that was going to go off the rails. I can only imagine it gets even worse. Ugh. No. Not even Harry at his worst. Well, maybe he would have before I got a hold of him, but that's not who we are now. Do I want to talk to the 41st? Not really. Alright, I'm done. Over and out. How do I turn on your headlights? Turns the preheater on. Waits. Takes out his keys. Alright. Ready? I turn. You press start. It's next to the preheater. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. Rounds per minute gauges jump, and the engine of the Cupri Kinema comes to life with a whiny growl. Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time. Press the button labeled headlights. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle. There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now. I should have remembered not to ask that question. Why are you at the bottom of the sea? Why did it say that? We don't know. Let's go ahead and ask. This is the Cupri, my motor carriage. We just talked about it in depth. Did you forget already? Well, I have kind of a 12-second memory, Kim. That is not a good trait for a detective. What is this sinking feeling I have with the words motor carriage? Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging. Do all policemen in the RCM have such cool motor carriages? The Cupri Motor Corps does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes. But this is different. This is a sports model. Kim, I thought this was a sports model. You're right. I didn't take you for a motor car enthusiast. Do you also like tip-top, detective? A vain-glorious smile spreads over his face as he pats the machine. No, what's tip-top? An inter-isolary racing series. You should give it a go if you like motor carriages. It has fantastic competition. Yeah, we're good. Alright. What have we here? As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears, a street grid in the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you. There she is, Revachol West. There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice. Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. Look at the grid first. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet all the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kinema's headlights. Wait, look around you. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light barely visible in the daytime, two men, one slim, the other sturdy. They're on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines. It's Kim. Martinet. Kim, where are we on the halogen mark map? Let me see. Right here. His finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting into the great ocean. I'm sure I've seen worse. Oh yes, Coal City, L'Oreal, the burnt-out quarter. All of them worse than here. What if we do call it a shithole? It has its problems. Yeah. Look at the perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. Let's count them. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad. Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet. Yeah, okay. We, as a character, don't know what it means. What about the next one? The next one is the longest. It runs all the way around the border and then some. Does it really? There are so many. It's hard to count. More than 150 at least. Maybe even 200. What about the last row? The last row has 3 perforations. 3? That's it? That's it. So we've got 18, 100 and some odd, nearly 200, maybe 200, and 3. Gee, I wonder what these things could be. Kim, what do they mean? Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They're your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life's performance. You better hope it's good.
The first row of service. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years? Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Wait, 18 years I've done this? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? Do you really? That's deflecting. How can I not say the superstar line? Oh. All this stuff plays into what we're gonna see later. I'm just gonna go with that. Do you really think I have any idea right now, Kim? Fair point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200. Is that a lot? It's quite a lot. Even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. See, Kim, I told you I was a superstar cop. Call it what you want. You were a very valuable member of your precinct. Now let's look at the last row. Right. These are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling. Is now a good time to pour one out for the fallen? Definitely not. Fair enough. So, I'm a killer. That's right, a killer of humans. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41 in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. He is sincerely glad that you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved that you're competent. Have you ever killed anyone, Kim? We already know that. Yes. How do you handle the strain? Everyone has their own methods of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. He gives you a meaningful look. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, we're wearing the gloves! Like what? Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Maybe I should find a hobby. Why not gardening? You've already got your gloves. Well done, Kim. Well done. Thank you for that. Alright, let's go. Alright, I'll go turn off the lights. You can now see statistics on your journal page. Superstar Cop 6. Sorry 4. Boring 2. Yep. We've said... when did we say something? You know what? That's kind of inevitable, especially when you don't have a good read on some of the options. I'm not surprised by that. We have honor points. We have a lot of good points. And now we have these things filled in. I like that this is just the one that's still on top. Can you go away, please? That's okay. In a game that is kind of dealing with addiction, number one, the way that it addresses alcohol dependence is and the escape thereof is one of the most mature and refreshing takes I've ever seen in the game industry, maybe even entertainment in general. We are probably not going to explore that content on this playthrough, though. We are going to stay right on the line of slightly abusing substances to enhance performance. Kind of as a game mechanic, kind of as an experiment. I don't know, we'll see. But you have to admit, if you want to play a recovering person, but you are also a traditional RPG gamer, having a task in your to-do list that will never go finished because you can't without breaking who you want to be in this game is insidious. It's beautiful. That's sneaky design that I really like and appreciate. Okay. Oh, hey. Tommy, can you hear me?
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
That's not happening. You seem like a man who might know about some drugs. Oh, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling out of Terminal B. We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock. Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed for a conflagration. Wait, why are you still hanging around? Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes. Working on those rhymes clearly leads to muscular atrophy. Make sure you don't get hooked on poetry. Hey, I can do both. Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade, then? Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with these questions. Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains and... Wait, no, what are you doing? She broke me. She fucking broke me. That's brutal, man, but, you know, time will... He's already mortified. Oh. No, Tommy, these are my rhymes. That's, In the name of God, what are you doing? It's not my actual thoughts. Yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but... Yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust. They're honest. So, thanks, man. Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a drug investigation to return to. How about we do that? Bye. Look, Kim, about the... No. just wanted to say I'm sorry. No. We are not entertaining this. Look, if we tell this guy to fuck off again, will you feel better? No, maybe.
Looking for something, Hunt? Huh? Coming to tell me to fuck off again?
Well, fuck off again. Okay, it did make me feel better. See, I told you, Kim. But, what's your stance on drugs? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. He takes a long drag on his cigarette. Why not? You know where that shit comes from? Samaritza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage. Hold on, but they make Al Ghul alcohol in Ilmara too. I don't go for that foreign piece. Proper booze is made in Mundi, or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos ain't worth much, but they do know booze. Okay, so whatever that slur is the Slavic-ish people. So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez. Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe. So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling to Terminal B. I don't know shit, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. He puffs on his cigarette. Then what are you still hanging around for? Most other commandeers have left. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little keeps sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer. That's, interesting metaphor, if it's even that. You have something better, eh, Runt? There's a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby. Hey, I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened? Yeah, I know that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Hurling and Rags when some keep boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anybody to talk to. Serves him right. It's a fucking travesty, is what it is. We're gonna go back down that. But what's different about narcotics? Oh, yeah, same thing. Listen, I agree, it's our response. Look, I get that that's what the angle would be if I wanted to use his prejudices against him. And while there is a certain beauty to that, I don't want Kim to think I'm actually sincere. So if it's not you, who is running the drugs? Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sileng. That beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. Who is that? He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer's stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his human ox lorry. Where do I find him? Just follow the smell. It smells like apricots and oil when you're nearby. Yes, where is he? Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sileng's usually a bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%. I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sileng himself has to say. Guess we need to pay him a visit then. Guess so. I don't really want to be an errand boy for this circumstance. Hey, Kim, stay outside. Hey, Kim, we're not doing it. No, we'll just do it on the day that we finally pawn Kim off in the middle of the day while Frit is still open. Alright. We'll go to her next. Eh? Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Front suspension on these things just looks whacked. Did I already... I think I did everything I could do with this at the time. Oh! Reality lowdown gotten. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philippe was known for his profligacy. I will admit I don't know what that word is. In what way? Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isla. How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury? Stories had it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold dipped feathers like some obese dragon, instead of a bed like a normal person. There's no way that's true. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. The what now? You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Philippian cocaine was purple. I guess we're going to go ahead and do the obvious. What is nose candy? Cocaine. Oh. This is a lot to process. His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. So he was a bloated druggie. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay. So where is he now? Beneath the cold waters of that Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum, exactly what the previous paragraph said. A group of marble purants still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers. So what happened to the statue? Well, the original was blown apart by the communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution. When was that? Really, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. So who restored it? Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time. A rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. I agree with all three of those things. We'll just go ahead with the that's brilliant, so funny and nihilistic, because I feel like that is the kind of surface level thought that our physical non-thinker would have gone with, rather than just saying, I really don't get art, even in an internal monologue. People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Felipe III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face in the air, doesn't seem concerned what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Man, who would have shot this guy? Who would have had the gun to do so? Alright, oh, hey, I have gone on entirely too long. So, we're gonna call it a video right here. Till then.